That's the high hard one piped right at the 1-3 again. And it looks like to me on the right lane, if Belmo just keeps it online and doesn't miss right, he's got a pretty good track to the pocket. And it also looks like he's pretty well lined up on the left lane. Again, looking to win for the first time here in the States. Earn a 1-year exemption. Two-handed wonder. Using no thumb, two hands from Australia, Jason-Belmonte. They're all staying at Michael-Fagan's house, right? Wife, Amanda, has to do all the cooking, cleaning. And you know what it's like to clean up after 3 professional bowlers?
Why do you assume she's cooking and cleaning?
Because that's what Michael-Fagan told us.
Oh, okay.
And you got to think she's kind of tired of all this happening after a week.
Can you guys go to New Jersey already? Carry. Oh, really?
Well, not only did it not carry, that thing duck hooked in the back part of the lane, and he almost left one of the most unusual splits imaginable.
Carry. Oh.
I mean, that was almost a 3-4-10. Now, in bowling talk, Rob, I've never seen that left before.
I was going to say, do we see more of these odd leaves because of his two-handed approach?
And because of the angle that his ball's coming into the pocket or entering the pins at. It's a heck of a spare conversion right there. But, yeah, you know, when you got that much stuff on the ball, as soon as that ball comes out of the end of the pattern, it's going to go sideways. And he gets a little soft with his speed, and, you know, he could go through the nose and get 4.
Belmonte with a clean game, but just 3 strikes and only 1 pair of strikes. So as poorly as Michael-Fagan is really bowled through 6, and that includes 2 open frames, 2 spares, 2 strikes. He's only down 23, but time becoming a factor. And he needs some strikes and is just not getting them on these, his home lanes. There are no lanes in the world, in the planet, that he is more comfortable bowling at than these.
Well, and in Michael's defense, keep in mind that this is the first time he's on this pair of lanes, having 3 other matches in front of him and guys with pretty high rev rates beating these patterns up. Now, granted, he does get practice before the start of the title match, but he is not seeing the transition like Jason-Belmonte and the other guys at Richie Allen, who actually won a match and then continued on. Bill O'Neill went through the same thing. He bowled 1 game, wins that game, then goes on. And so they're able to stay on top of the transition. Michael-Fagan, all he can do is watch it on television off to the side on the practice pair before he gets over here for the title match. And then he's got just a handful of shots to make his decisions as to what ball and where to play on both oil patterns.
Again, he grew up playing here, worked here. He said back in the day, back in the late 90s, after league play on Monday nights, he, a buddy, and Patrick Allen would stay till about 3 or 4 in the morning practicing.
Where are you throwing it?
Got a lot of help from PA. And then to cap off bowling till 3 or 4 in the morning, where would you go? Go to White Castle. So they cap the night, a little White Castle run. A little heartburn in the morning or afternoon if you're eating it that late. It's like the Beastie Boys of the PBA. Staying up late on the island, sucking down some White Castles. Love it.
Nice shot.
So another spare conversion for Fagan. And we want to remind you, 2 hours of live bowling 1 week from today, the 66th edition of the Lumber Liquidators U.S. Open. Our coverage begins at 1 Eastern. Player of the Year on the line. Wes Malott in the catbird seat right now. Chris Barnes, Norm Duke, the only 2 who may be able to eclipse him. Belmonte in the 8th. Looks sweet.
Well, no secret on that right lane for Belmo. It's just really hard. Look at that, man. That plastic ball's going down there in a hurry.
It's late for a date.
Speaking of the driver's seat, Belmonte 25-pin lead with only 2 frames. Tall order for Michael-Fagan at this juncture. Jason-Belmonte firmly in control. And that might just seal the deal right there for Jason-Belmonte.
strike in the foundation frame. His fifth of the match.
Rob, that puts him in the two teens. In the best Michael-Fagan can shoot is 201. So unless we see some disaster in the 10th frame, which I don't think is going to happen, throwing a plastic ball right at the head pin, I mean, this could be Jason-Belmonte's first career win.
On his first televised show. Fagan, your 1 seed. Finish strong, Michael. Belmonte very comfortable right now as we begin the 10th. Fagan seeking that first singles title after nearly climbing the ladder to win the Denny's Dick Weber Open earlier this season. Lost to Norm Duke in the title match there. Also finished 4th in the Geico Plastic Ball Championship 2 weeks ago. He's having a wonderful season. 8th in earnings, 14th in average, 6th in the points race. Wants to try and get himself up into the top 10 so he can be included in the King of Bowling event coming your way in April.
Sorry.
What's he doing there, Randy?
Doesn't like the feel. He's taking a piece of tape out, going to a little rosin. Maybe some more tape. Maybe that one piece of tape was rolling up on him. Sometimes when you put it in, you get the back part of the tape starting to roll up. Didn't like the feel. Get a little hot air going into that thumb hole, get a nice, secure, snug feel.
Just his 4th strike of this title match and his 2nd pair of strikes. As they say, though, it may be too little too late. Belmonte very comfortable sitting back there. Just needs to not implode in the 10th.
Got a chance.
3 in a row. He's got 1 chance to close with 4.
Boy, that one ring and 10 in the 8th frame for Michael-Fagan. I know he said he didn't like it, but it was still a ring and 10. It was still in the ballpark. If that shot strikes there, it gives him a better chance. But he just looked frustrated from the onset when he went open frame in the first. Then he comes back with a double, then follows it up with a washout in the 5th. Just never seemed to recover from that mentally.
Come on.
And the local boy closes with the 4-bagger. He'll take a seat. And his good friend Jason-Belmonte steps up. 201 in the books for Fagan. Nine pins needed for the 2 seed for his first PBA Tour title.
One of your best. That was one of your best. It's one of your bests.
9 is good enough. And congratulations to Jason-Belmonte, as he has locked up his first career PBA Tour title, beating Michael-Fagan here in Long Island. So much hype about the 25-year-old from Australia. So much press between the papers,
Yes!
and television, and a win to back it up.
Great job.
Oh, beautiful.
His wife, Kimberly, gets a victory kiss.
You have no idea how good this feels. Woo-hoo!
2:15 to 2:01. Belmonte brings the crowd to their feet.